Enter Stage Top. Do you watch the Y-Files? I love that show. And the presenter, every time it starts, he kind of drops himself into the chair like this. It's quite clever, really. See, a few people do that. A few kind of come in from the left or come in from the right or up or down or whatever. But I kind of... Hang on, I got me merch on. That's worth seeing, ain't it? Vet's so cozy. Look at his little puppy. Is that actually a dog of yours there, Vet? Because I know you got that big bruiser of a mutt, but is that it when it was a pup? Oh, look at that. Raven Anime celebrating being a member for a month. Oh, bless you, my friend. God bless you, governor. How are you guys? Thursday. That's the day of Thor, if my Viking mythology serves me right. Serves you right, sir. And of course, it's Cloud Gaming Thursday. The only reason for that, it's an AI dog, apparently. See, they're so good these days, aren't they? See, what you don't realise is that I'm actually a creation of Midjourney, and you've been watching an AI presenter for the last month. It's clever, isn't it? Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. No one's as good as me. Darn damn it. Oh, look at this. We got young Phipps. How are you, Phipps? We've all been, as in me and a few others, and quite a few others actually. We were all up very late last night. Well, it depends where you were in the world. I mean, for me, it was late last night, and for Phipps, it was late last night. But we were waiting for the launch of Threads. Thank you, Vet. Bless you. God bless you, mate. Thank you for joining. Again, he's a lovely, dear old Vet. He's lovely because he comes and he goes. It's great. He's like one of those old Wild West John Wayne types. He kind of comes into the saloon, has a swig of bourbon, and then he goes off again. Herds a few cows and fights a few baddies, and then he's back again. Awesome stuff. But we were up really, really late. Thank you, dude. Waiting for the launch of Threads. Is it Threads or Thread? I think it's Threads, isn't it? Hang on, let me have a butcher's, as they say. Yeah, Threads. Which I kind of get the name, but if you were to go to the App Store before it launched and you put Threads in, there was like thousands of apps called Threads, and they're all going no right now. There was even one that was like a social media app. It actually looked very similar, but it came out a couple of years ago, and it's kind of like LinkedIn. It's aimed at businesses. But imagine being those guys and like, no, Zuck, what have you done? You've just killed the brand. You'd think that their kind of marketing guys would sit down and go, yeah, we've got to come up with something fairly unique. You know, like what about Wordsworth or Butt Book? I mean, they could have done a million different things, couldn't they? Twatter. A glass of twatter for you, sir. But they didn't. They came up with Threads. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's very much a work in progress. And if you played with it, you'll know exactly what I mean. There's some noticeable things missing, like the ability to send private messages, DMs or PMs or whatever, your platform of choices. But of course, it's kind of come out of the Instagram playbook, the portfolio. So, you know, there's stuff that ain't there, that ain't here, and it'll come over time. Threads logo looks similar to it. Does, Vet, you're right. I think it's meant to be an @ symbol. But what I really like you're not going to see this, I don't think. If I pull it back here, do you see if I refresh it, I love the way it draws the @ at the top. Do you see that? That's so cool. On the website, if you go to threads.net and then / anybody's name that you know has an account, so in my case, Rokk Show. If you go threads.net, Rokk Show, and you tap, oh, hang on, someone's on the modem. It's all right, it's NASA. Yeah, and you tap on the @ logo at the top, it turns the screen black or white. But it doesn't do that on the app, which makes me think that is a feature coming, but not there yet. I mean, there's tons of stuff like that, DMs and hashtags and stuff, inbuilt GIFs and things that you kind of need in a modern social media app, don't you? But not out of place in Thursday's cloud gaming conversation, because it's in the cloud, ain't it? Social's in the cloud. I'm interested, and they're going to make it federated as well in time, which basically means you won't have to run it from Meta. You could choose an instance of the app being hosted by somebody else. I don't know how they're going to do it yet, but that's how Mastodon works. And they're looking to do a similar thing, which is pretty cool. I mean, from their point of view, as long as they can scrape your data and sell your ads, why do they care where it's hosted? Flip me, put it out there as get somebody else to pay the money that it costs to host it. Anyway, millions of new accounts signed up. Of course, they were off to a running start, because if you had an Instagram account, then basically you were already there. You only had to press the button, download the app, sign in with your Insta account, and bingo. So Instagram incredibly successful amongst the young folk, I'm told. I'm reliably informed. The youngsters have gone, they've long time ago walked away from Facebook, which is interesting actually, because of course old Zuck, who's about to get in a boxing ring with Elon Musk. That's going to go down well, seeing as he's, a world champion jiu-jitsu fighter or something. Dorgan, how are you, my friend? How are you, bro? I saw you joining. It's been actually really cool to see people from my community, from our community, kind of coming into the app. It's definitely the death knell for Twitter. Whether it's ultimately going to be where everybody lives, I don't know. Time will tell. It hasn't yet established what the overall feeling, the overall flavour's likely to be. You've got people that have come from Instagram. They're usually on their best behaviour because they want you to think that they live in a perfect world and that they have perfect makeup and beautiful pouty lips. And the most gorgeous pussycats. So they're coming to this, and a lot of them have never done Twitter. It's not a thing. My kids don't do Twitter. They've got Twitter accounts. They don't do it. They do Insta, though. So it's the whole all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt when they adopt threads coming from Insta and the perfect world. The whole kind of, you've got to be perfect to live here. Yeah, but good. I hope that it becomes, or at least it's the thing that Twitter once was, when people cared about hurting other people's feelings, and you didn't get Musk coming in saying, tough world, ain't it? Dog eat dog. Because I'm always fond of saying, dog eat dog is great until there's only one dog left. What do? Eat your leg? It actually helps if you help others. And there's the philosophical message of the day. Hello, Crystal. How are you? Lovely to see you. Lovely to see all of you. Thank you so much, guys. We have my very good self. We have young Adam Rouse. So don't forget, guys, ! Win. It's on. It's in. You'll have noticed I've pinned a message to the top. I've noticed the last few days, folks are sneaking in, dropping the ! Win, and are sneaking out again. Well, I don't mind you doing that if you're a member, because you have earned the right. You are gods in my book. You can come and go or not come at all. Doesn't bother me. And you are automatically entered into the draw. And if you win, I will contact you and let you know. But if you're a subscriber, hang on, someone's on the modem. Yeah. Oh, it's a big one. It's got to be at least 900k. Wow. Look at that. Diablo -7. Woo-hoo. Can't wait to play that. But if you're a subscriber and you're not a member, you have to be here to claim the prize. I think that's fair, don't you? I don't mind if you go away, come back again. Except the game isn't drawn at the same time every day, you see. Sometimes I will fool you with an early one. Oh, vey. Anyway, young Adam Rouster here, and brothers of Adam as well. There's Roustre, his French-Canadian cousin. Oh, this is very soothing, isn't it? I can even hear a little pond thing going on. Breathe with me. Raven Anime's been a member for a whole month. Bless you, my friend. Bless you and your little Pikachus. Young Vets joined again. Thank you so much, my friend. I hope everything's gone well with the move, by the way. You're all in... Where did you go? I always ask you this. Was it Georgia or Virginia? I know it was kind of southish, wasn't it? I hope that's good. I need to see a few more pictures of your gaff. I still like seeing you clearing the snow and blowing the leaves and stuff, as you do. Yeah. Of course, the wonderful, wonderful Dorrigan. It's Twitter, just not by Twitter. I think Twitter kind of set the bar in terms of UX, UI. So most of those, whether it's Spoutable, whether it's Blue Sky, Mastodon, indeed, they've all followed those Twittery conventions. We as in my company, we built kind of a social media app a few years ago now actually that time it was for equestrian people, but the plan was to roll it out to different subsets of interests like golf and yachting and stuff. But, it looked flipping identical to Twitter. I mean, it's kind of why break it if it's working? Except nobody told Elon this. Oh, hey! How are you, brother? Rokk, ¿cómo está, amigo? I'm very well, my friend. How are you? I hope you're absolutely chipper as well. Giving me the Spanish there. Love it. Love it. And Raymond. Hello, Rokk. On my way to the county fair. Oh, awesome. Please tell me there's a Kiss the Pig stand at your county fair. A guy with no teeth and a banjo sat up on the bridge, and an old lady on a chair perched above the water, which you have to kind of hit her with a swede or a potato and knock her into the water. My God damn you! That's what I want. Kiss the pig. I tell you what, I did that for most of my youth. Oh, Angry Birds, I've known a few. Well, hey! Oh, we're on a roll. Oh, just down the road from me. What, hey, what is, Virginia? Chicago? Hi, Rokk and Chat. Hello, Al. How are you, my dude? For those of you that are new, young Al is our composer in the house, in residence, par excellence. If you stay right to the very, very end of the show, you will hear Al's composition for Rokk Around the Clock. And he's also, if you hang around a couple more hours later, I think it's 9 or 10 o'clock UK, banjo playing old timers. Have you got an old band? What do they call it? The dueling banjos or something, don't they? Squeal piggy. Oh, I tell you what, I haven't watched that movie enough. I need to dig it out. If only for the gorgeous Burt Reynolds. What a man. What a hunk of a dude he was. The great thing about Burt Reynolds was he had an amazing sense of humour. He was kind of, I imagine him in the sort of Hemingway, a man's man. What was it? His first wife said something like, Hemingway was a man's man in his own mind, or something. It's really clever. I went to his house in Key West. Very nice. Very nice. Paid for by his wife's very rich father or uncle. Something along those lines. He didn't have a penny to scratch his rear with, but his mum did. His father-in-law, rather. Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah. Alberto. Reynolds was the man, wasn't he? I love those Smokey. And his laugh. Brilliant, Burt Reynolds. Alberto Reynolds. It kind of worked with the whole Spanish vibe. Yeah, but what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Deliverance with when Burt Reynolds is he's going out down the river into the wilds of Okefenokee Swamp or whatever it was, and comes across the village of what are they, kind of cannibals, weren't they? Brilliant movie. Really, really good. But we've also got the wonderful, the gorgeous Mr. Reaver the Beaver. How are you, my friend? Reaver is in Massachusetts. The Bee Gees, they sang a lovely song about Massachusetts. Massachusetts disaster, I think it was. It was like a mining disaster in the 1920s, if I'm thinking correctly. That's definitely what the song was about. The date may be wrong. Massachusetts. Oh, the lovely falsetto of Barry Gibb. The Gibb brothers, you know, they were born in Liverpool, but moved to Australia very, very young, where they kind of put a band together of the brothers, the brother Gibbs, Bee Gees, brother Gibb, see, Bee Gees. And then they came back to Britain in the 60s, I believe, to build their career, and of course hit the big time in the 70s with Saturday Night Fever. What an album! Even to this day. The molasses disaster. Oh no! What happened with all the sugary stuff? Balls for life! What's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you. Obi was on last night. Did you? I jumped in. He was very good. Yeah, he was. When I went there, he was having an intermission. And I didn't know whether I was meant to go and get some popcorn or something, ice creams. A fajita or something, I don't know. But it was all good in the end. He came back and it was a fantastic show, as it always is, as my very good friend Obi is a sensation. He is an internet sensation, ladies and gentlemen. You must not miss his show. He is superb, like a chef's kiss. We've got five entrants in the contest, plus of course all the members. So get your exclamation mark wins in. Come on, don't be shy. You could win a very nice prize. You might win a booby prize, but you could win something really good. So it's definitely worth entering, I would say. Anyway, if you're thinking about getting onto Threads, you do have to currently have an Instagram account, but you don't have to do anything with it. Just set one up, and then you can go to Threads, and then you can follow me, /Rokk Show, exactly the same as it says down there in the channel. Right. So, shall we go and have a look at the news? As it's Cloud Gaming News Thursday. I reckon we should. Let's make our way across to Larry the laptop. There he is, waiting patiently. I got Threads, says Adam. Seems cool. Needs a website. Yeah, you can. There's a cheeky way of getting to the website, Adam. If you go threads.net, which, as you know, just shows you that swirly universe. Oh, I tell you what, I'll show you, because I've been finding out stuff with Threads and sharing the love and getting some very nice comments. So if you go to threads.net, which we've just done, and you won't see it because it's hidden above the top of Larry there, and then type the name of someone that you know has an account, Rokk Show, me, for example. Look what happens. It actually does take you to a website. And this is what I was saying earlier. If you click on the logo, it turns it light or dark, whereas on the app currently, it will take whatever your system color is. So if you've gone for a dark theme or a light theme for your phone, that's what it will adopt. I'm sure they're going to change all this, if only for the fact that they've got that feature here. Kind of says it all, don't it? And there he is. Look at him, little old Rokk Show. I did see. This is the only downside with it coming from a historical Instagram account. It'll be called whatever you were called. So you might want to set up a new account, for example. You don't need to use your old Instagram account. And look at this, it gives you a QR code that you can share with folk as well. But you don't need that. Just put Rokk Show, threads.net. And once you go to threads.net, then you can do all sorts. Copy the link and whatever you want. Yeah. Hey, yeah, look at this. I was number 61,000 to sign up. There's now something ridiculous, like 30 odd 40 million signed up users. So I'm quite proud of being 61,000. I was 800 and something thousand for Twitter, and that was within the first week of it starting in 2007. I was always quite proud of that. But 61,000, oh yeah. Bearing in mind, a lot of big celebs were given kind of pre-launch access to it, because they very, very cleverly went round to all the big guys on Instagram. This is the thing, you see. They already had a tame audience, didn't they? So they went to all the Pixie Lots and the Coldplays and the Netflixes and stuff, and they said, hey guys, look, we're doing it a bit like Twitter, come and have a play with it. So of course they were straight in. They were the number ones and the number twos and the number 10s. So I'm still quite happy with 61,000. My brother Rokk the Cowboy is in the building. How are you, dude? How's your shoulder, by the way? I see you without the kind of assistance, the bandages and things. But is it still aching? Because after surgery, it can still ache for a while, can't it? I'm trying to think. I've got... I don't know if I can show you this. Or even if it's on this shoulder. Or is it this shoulder? Hang on. No, I think it's this one. I've got a big scar from my recent operation. I can't show you. I can't. It's watershed. We'll get slung off and stuff. But this little tweet, this post, this one, which I put up late yesterday, has had 835 likes. I'm well pleased with that. 61 replies. I don't know what this one was here. It looks like whatever I shared, or whatever the image was, it hasn't made it across. This is quite funny. Zuck is 1-0 after the launch of... Look at him. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Steptoe and Son. It's a UK show. There was an American version of it that came after. It wasn't as successful. But Steptoe and Son is a classic UK comedy. It's a father and son who run a rag and bone business, which is a bit like, I suppose, they go around collecting people's trash, finding stuff that's got a value and selling it on. But the father, the old man, he looks like Zuckerberg. He does. But it's quite clever. Look at this. 6'1" versus 5'8". 85 kilos versus 70. Planet Mars. What planet's he from? Zuck unknown. Net worth 243 billion. Is he worth that much? I know I read that he had to go and borrow most of the money to buy Twitter, because he is what we call a paper billionaire. His money is wrapped up in his stocks in Tesla and SpaceX and stuff. And in order to get it out, he risks a run on that stock. Yeah. So if suddenly it said, flippin' heck, Elon Musk has just taken $44 billion of his Tesla stock out, people will be selling like crazy because they think the little bugger is chipping in. Something's going to happen. Built like an athlete is a big next to Musk. And then at the bottom, built like a 1950s fridge. And he gets a check for that. That's brilliant. I don't know if he realises, but Zuckerberg is actually a very accomplished martial arts exponent. He's like a third Dan in jiu-jitsu or something. I mean, he's going to break him. Oh, this is one of my favourites. Look at this. It says here. So we've got a picture of, you may not be able to see this. It's old Elon in a burning, shabby wreck of a building. There's a Twitter logo behind him, and it says, free speech, £9.60 a month. And I've put, this guy literally bought the place where we'd lived since 2007. He was such a wacko. Started setting fire to everything. Couldn't stand the burning stench any longer. Moved out. I actually thought that was quite clever. That's only got 3 likes. Anyway, what the heck. So yeah, you can check people's accounts if you go to threads.net / and then their name. And as you can see, it's very similar to what you guys are already used to. You've got your like. You've got your little like down here. You've got your reply or comment. You can share or repost, as they call it, and repost, and then you can share, so you can send it to other places and stuff. So it's all good. It's all good. But nothing whatsoever to do with cloud gaming. Oh yeah, I'm 5 months away from a full recovery, Rokk, says my good friend Ant. 5 months? Wow. You're doing physio today. Oh man, 5 months. Wow. Seems a long time away. I mean, that's getting on for Christmas, isn't it? At least you'll be able to pull a turkey's leg, mate. It's got to be one good thing, isn't it? So, let us take a little look at what's been going on in the wonderful world of cloud gaming. I hope GFN adds Grime as an Epic Game Store option. Well, I may have some news for you, young Adam. Because I researched this before the show. Oh, yes, I did. So, predominantly the big news from GeForce Now today was a couple of new games, half a dozen new games, Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2, which are great games in their own right. If you like that kind of RPG, 8-bit looking, the thing that I've always loved about both of them is the kind of forced depth of field that they have. So stuff that's further away is kind of blurry, and because they're flat 8-bit characters, it has a lovely kind of almost like cards in a parallax theatre thing like kids used to have when you were young. Also on sale. So the key thing with GeForce Now this week is they were saying that it depends who you read. So they say 1,000 get great games at great deals to stream across your devices during the Steam summer sale. In total, more than 1,000 titles can be found at discounts of up to 90% through to July 13th. So you got one of the 6 days. 5 days? 6 days. Now here's the thing. 500 of the games that are on sale are playable on GeForce Now already, which is excellent. So definitely worth checking out whether they are. And just have a copy of GeForce open when you're looking to buy a game and type the game in the search bar at the top. And if it's there, put your money down. Put your money down. Enjoy iconic Xbox. Go away. Enjoy iconic Xbox Game Studios hits from the Age of Empires series, even on Mac. What do they mean, even on Mac? That's like a bit derogatory, isn't it? Even if you're a Mac, we'll let you play it. Thanks to the cloud, control an empire with the goal of expanding to become a flourishing civilization. That's never really been my kind of game, the old Age of Empires stuff. I know that Bjorn loves it. That's kind of well up his Swedish boulevard. All that stuff. Sam! Oh, I'm not going to say sus, because I was never part of that original meme. I have no idea what it means, and I'm not saying it, but it's lovely to see you. I hope you are well, and thank you, Miss Phoenix, for popping in. Are you on Rokk Players later? Got a cracking lineup in, I can't remember now if is it 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock? I think it's UK time. I think it's 9 UK. But I know Bjorn and Ninja Guy X they're both bringing some really great guests, so it's going to be a corker of a show, and she is not on later, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't get to enjoy my regular weekly slice of Welsh. Okay. Wow, look at Rouster. He's gone all the way from full Caucasian through to a very beautiful brown tan of some description there. I don't know what that's all about. I suppose it could be power, like that, power lines, superhero power going on. Yeah. Stream Square Enix games at a beautiful quality on underpowered PCs. I mean, it's the whole sales pitch. We know what it is. Anyway, let's have a look at the games coming, because here's the key thing. So 1,000 games on sale. 1,000 games on sale at Steam. That's something awesome, ain't it? And half of those are on GeForce Now. I think that's pretty amazing. 1,600 games in total. And of course you can play them from a very crisp 1080p if you go for the entry-level tier, all the way up to 4K 120 with Ultimate, which is, of course, what I play on my racist OG Ally. Racist OG. Priority and Ultimate members can experience DLSS 3. Do you know what? It's a lifesaver on the Ally. It really is. Whacking it out on the old DLSS 3. So here we are, Octopath 2 Traveller. I did have a little play of a demo of this, I think on PlayStation. It was fun. It was okay. It was enjoyable. But it was only a chihuahua. It was only a chihuahua. It was only a 2-hour demo. So, and I wasn't going to buy it. Bulls for Life says, for GeForce Now, do you have to have a PC to play games? No, you don't, my friend. So basically, any browser, anything with a browser, modern browser. So it could be a Chromebook, for example, or a laptop. I use my MacBook Pro, so I have a Mac laptop. I do have Windows. You can run GeForce Now as an app on some of the newer LG and Samsung TVs as an app straight away. You don't need to, you just get it from their little app store. I believe Chromecast as well. So streaming devices, you can't play it on any of the consoles, sadly, because A, the app's not available for them, and B, none of them have a really good, effective browser. Although Xbox has Edge to a degree, it doesn't really play very well with the cloud apps. But yeah, no problem. It doesn't have to be a PC at all. It could be your phone, it could be an iPad, it could be an Amazon Fire thingy bob tablet, whatever you want, my friend. That's the great thing about it. But if you go to nvidia.com, I believe, I think it's gfn.nvidia.com. You'd have to Google it. They do give you kind of a fairly exhaustive list of how you can play. But I was playing on a Shield Pro, an Nvidia Shield Pro. But then when I bought my Asus ROG Ally, I've actually been playing GeForce Now on there. Bearing in mind that thing struggles, it does okay at games sort of 1080 to a TV. But when you're playing GeForce Now, it'll happily push it out to the screen at the full 4K. And 120 if your TV can do it, but certainly 60 as mine does. So tis a beautiful thing. Young Ralster says, I'm not an Apple person, but my daughter likes drawing, so she's getting an iPad. Oh, bless. The 9th gen version. I hear it works pretty good. Oh, she'll love it, my friend. Young Josiah, otherwise known as Mostly Martinez, he bought Hezekiah, his son, one of those little fellas, the other day. Similar kind of thing. He'd done well at school, and he sort of felt it was time for him to have his own little device. But oh yeah, she'll love that, my friend. Very good. My eldest daughter uses hers for drawing all the time. She absolutely adores it. I have got one of my own, but it's kind of sat around doing nothing. I'm not massively into tablets. My brother's giving her an Apple Pencil. Good. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because they can be expensive, can't they? Yeah. They're great because you can charge them on the iPad, and you just like pop it into the little USB-C port on the side, leave it for 10 minutes, and they're fully charged. Amazing. Oh, it's good to encourage, Adam. Well done, my friend. I think should be well pleased with that. So any road up, let's have a look at the games on offer. We have The Legend of Heroes, Trails into Reverie. We'll have a little look at that in a second. Three Octopath Travelers. Interestingly, they are running the demo, Octopath Traveler 2 Prologue demo, that's probably what I've played. It's actually really good. I don't know, GeForce Now don't work to the whole 2-hour thing that Stadia used to do and Steam does, and so does PlayStation. So they with PlayStation you can play up to 2 hours for as long as you want. In other words, if you could do an hour today and an hour in 6 months. Steam do 2 hours within a 2-week period. So if you don't play the full 2 hours and it gets to week 3, you're out of luck, as did Stadia. I think GeForce Now just lets you play the demo until you've completed it. And if you can go back and play it again if you want to. Would you be able, sorry, I lost it. I'll bring that one back. Could you be able to own games already, or do you have to purchase games? No, not at all. If you have a game on Steam already and it has been ported to GeForce Now, as many of them are, 1,600 of them have been, then you can play it straight away. So you don't have to buy a game that's if you already own it, because it's on GeForce Now. So, for example, and that's not just Steam either. That goes for Ubisoft. That goes for GOG. So, for example, Cyberpunk, if you bought it from GOG. Epic Games as well. So, yeah, no, you can just think of it as a kind of a console, really. But you bring your own games. They don't sell games. They do have links through to the Steam store where you can purchase a copy. But as far as I know, they don't get any slice of that sale. They just put that there for your convenience. Members can also experience Major League Baseball's new virtual ballpark and be a part of MLB's interactive All-Star Celebrity Softball Watch Party on Saturday, July the 8th. Supported by NVIDIA's global cloud streaming infrastructure, fans will have frictionless access to high-fidelity interactive experiences. Now, that's interesting, isn't it? Now, I know as a GeForce Now ambassador, I did see some passing comments about that on their Discord, but I've been too busy to check it out. But I wonder, let's have a quick look, shall we? New virtual ballpark. Ooh, so here it is. I'll zoom in for you. I appreciate most of you on handhelds and phones and things. Welcome to MLB's new virtual ballpark that offers immersive and engaging digital experiences to baseball fans. Wow. Come experience MLB's new virtual ballpark and be part of our interactive MLB All-Star Celebrity Softball game presented by Corona Watch Party. Secure your spot to be amongst the first to explore this immersive virtual ballpark. Win tickets to the 2023 World Series. Ooh. How to join? Get ready to sign in with your MLB profile. Actually, do you know what? Bulls for Life, I just thought suddenly I might have a 3-day pass for GeForce Now if you want to give it a go. I can't guarantee it because they give us these codes that we can hand out for people to try. It's still free. But they equally kill them off a few weeks later. So if you're interested and you want to try it, let me know and I'll get you a code. Just send me a DM or message me on Discord or whatever, and I'll grab you one. They only work, they work for 3 solid days, and they don't work if you've had a previous account, but I'm guessing from what you're saying that you haven't, so you should be good for that, my friend. But yeah, more than happy to do that, give you a little go. That's at the priority account level. You can actually sign up for a free account, but it's not great quality. It's nowhere near as good as the priority account. So I'd rather people try the priority first, and then by all means go to the free account. But just know it's not going to be as good. You are limited to time. I can't remember what it is now, 2 hours or something. You've got to log out, go back in, all that kind of malarkey. But it's free. And obviously you can play things like Fortnite for free, a lot of free-to-play games. So technically, you can play them without having an account. So it's worth looking at. My little friend Streamlabs is saying that the draw is over. So if you didn't get in, you're out of luck. Let me just refresh and see how many people did on Tray. How many did we get in the end? Right. Anyway, I have no idea what the MLB.com virtual ballpark is and whether you need to own a copy of MLB in order to play in it. I don't know. Anyway, if you're into baseball, it's probably worth investigating. Clearly, it's happening this Saturday. and members can experience this. So if you have a priority or an ultimate membership, I'm guessing you just need to register and you can do whatever it is that you can do, supported by NVIDIA's global cloud streaming infrastructure. See, that's interesting, isn't it? That's the first time that I've heard GeForce Now doing anything like this, kind of providing their streaming service to third parties for events. So that could be quite interesting. It's a well-proven thing. And Age of Empires 2 Definitive. Now, young Adam was asking me, I was going to have a quick look at these, but before we do that, let me go to Epic and check out the game, the free game, for there is only one. I did notice that Genshin Impact has a new version out, 3.8. It's a cracking little game. That if you've ever played a Breath of the Wild or Phoenix Immortals Rising, you'll be really at home with it. It's and it's free, and you can play it on GeForce Now for free as well. Try DM you on Twitter. It doesn't seem to work. Oh, it should do. If you follow me and I follow you back, then you should be able to DM me. I haven't switched it off, but fear not. Just send me a message on my Discord. There should be a link. There might not be on this one, actually. I don't know that. I think I rushed this through and didn't put all the details in. But you will find a link to my Discord somewhere on my channel. If not, but yeah, as long as we're following each other on Twitter, I don't stop DMs unless my account's been killed off. I've heard of a few people that have been bigging it up about Threads suddenly finding their accounts have been deleted, which would be funny. There's one guaranteed way to get you to commit, that's for sure. Any road up. No, it doesn't. Sorry, Phoenix. I should set that up, shouldn't I? Thank you for reminding. This is why I need proper, decent, things, admins. The free game today is Grime. Now, those of you that go back to the Stadia days may remember Grime. It was one of the last of the Stadia Pro games that we got, certainly the last few months of Stadia. Normally 20 pines, which is roughly $24, $25, and of course it's free. Now, I never really played it a great deal. It was on my backlist of Stadia stuff to play. But I do know that Ray and others played it and really enjoyed it. It's a pretty good game. It's been upgraded and updated since it came to Stadia. There is a DLC. I don't know if we get the DLC as part of this. Possibly. Grime's a fast, unforgiving action-adventure RPG in which you crush your foes with living weapons that mutate, form and function, and then consume their remains with a black hole to strengthen your vessel. It's it's a game that a lot of people liked, but equally found quite frustrating. But it's free. And in answer to you, Adam, my friend, yes, it is available on GeForce Now as well. I checked before coming online. So you can download this. You don't bother to download it, by the way. Just register. Just click and say you'd like it. And if it asks you to download, say no thank you. And then go to GeForce Now and just search for Grime, press play, and as long as your your Epic account is synchronized, you'll be able to play it without having to download it, which is an absolute godsend. But any road up, there you go. And you may or may not have noticed that also coming soon, it says free July 13th, so sometime between next week, isn't it? That's right. Sorry. The next one is Train Valley 2. Ooh, my mic just did a jump. Train Valley 2 is a sim. It's one of these build your train lines type of sort of thing. Massive, I am told, in Germany. Germany loves these kinds of games. Not my cup of tea, but I register everything. I kind of go on the basis that they're giving it to me for free. I may as well add it to my library, and one day in the future I might suddenly get a hankering, a taste for this kind of a game. But yeah, at the moment it's not really my thing. How are you doing, Christian? Lovely to see you. Thanks for joining. Hope you're keeping well. Did I just see a young David Wilson? Oh, where is David Wilson? Oh, no, and he doesn't run my channel. Oh, well, he doesn't help. He said he would, but he never did. To be honest, I tend to do all this stuff myself. I'm one of those. As a business owner, I've never had a secretary or a PA or an assistant. I just kind of feel if I'm going to ask somebody to do it, I may as well do it myself. I'm not being derogatory. It's just I'm not a master telling people, go make me a coffee, would you, Doris? That's not my thing. What have we got? 1:45. Let's have a quick look at. Oh, we were looking at these, weren't we? I'm interested to see what the Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie looks like. So let's have a quick peep over at Steam. Yeah, it's an anime kind of looking thing, but it is a JRPG. Genshin-y. I mean, if you like these kind of things, and let's face it, most people do. I'm just not a massive fan. Planned release date of the 7th, so it's due to go live tomorrow. Oh, bless you. Bless you, Sam. She's lovely. So yes, here we go. It's you know the kind of thing it's going to be, don't you? Lots of that kind of very Genshin-y. I mean, there is very much familiarity in these kinds of games, and if you are, look at it, it's so Breath of the Wild, isn't it? If you've grown up with Nintendo, then you feel very, very comfortable with these kinds of games, and so another one in the pot is absolutely fine. I don't know. I think it's quite an anticipated title. I think it's going to be fairly large. I was trying to establish how much it's going to launch at, but for the life of me, I cannot see a price until tomorrow, I guess. What's it got down here? Kind of like Octopath. Yeah, it's going to be around that kind of price. Discord! I'm sorry. It's not that. Well, hang on. I'll find it. Hang on. I'll get you. I'll find you a code and I'll paste it in my thing. Oy vey. Let's have a look. Here we are. So we've got to go down here, I think. No, not that one. It's this one. And I can't remember now. Invite people. There we are. And copy the link. There we go. There you go. And now I'll paste it here. I can do that. See? Here we go. Bingo. There you are. So now in the chat, you can click on that and come join me in our little Discord. It's a friendly little place. It's not a super busy place, and very just have very mild conversations, don't we, Sam? It's nothing heavy at all. It's not a Xbox is better than PlayStation kind of a place, really. It's a chill and chat, just like my show. Right, Octopath, you know all about that, don't you? The demo is an interesting thing. Very positive. I do like the look of it, though. It's a beautiful looking game. So, yeah, I mean, you can download the demo for free, as I would have thought, from Steam, but they probably allow you to play it on GeForce Now anyway. Let me, can I log into GeForce Now? I'm looking for Play GeForce Now. Do. Let's have a look. It lets me in. There we go. Yep. Okay, here we go. Balls for life. So here's GeForce Now. It is. Let me shrink the screen down because. Ish. Larry is zoomed in for obvious purposes. So basically, 2 of 3 accounts connected. So you synchronize your accounts. On the right-hand side here, we have Ubisoft, Epic, and Steam. And if we go back, so for example, if I put Let me see, Octopath. No, so that tells me that although they've announced the game, or the gamers, I've spelt it incorrectly, mind you, they may not be, they can sometimes take a day or two to turn up, which is fine. But if I type Grime, there it is. So you can see, and it's pretty cool as well. It actually tells you that it's 35% off in the corner there. It says 35% off. Thank you, my friend. I'll send you that code in a second when we're finished. Which basically means that if you go to Steam, you can get it for 35% off. You see? Pretty clever. And then you just go add to library down here. Yeah, that's fine. Please continue. So that's now added it to my library. And if I go back and look at my library of games, here we are. Here's mine. I have 150 playable games out of 1,641. Amazing. And then in here somewhere, I think it's all in alphabetical order. E, F, G, there it is. There's Grime. So I can just hit play, very much like Stadia and all the others. Hit play, and it will find me a little server. And we're away. Your gaming rig is ready. Let's go. I won't play, by the way, but I've got to let it go through its machinations now before I can end. Open Steam. It has got a license, obviously. It hasn't. Oh, I know why. It was Epic, wasn't it? What an Egypt. Yeah, that's the only thing you have to watch out for. It may be, Adam, having told you that. Having told you that it's there, it may not be available. No, I think it's only there for Steam, annoyingly. So ignore that, my friend. Yeah, it says it must be in your Steam library. That is a bit annoying, but they very often do take the free Epic game and pop it up. And because it's already there, I'm imagining it can't be too hard to do. So fingers crossed. And grinding, it isn't very fun. No, it's a tough old game, isn't it? Grime was a hard game. I know. I'm wondering whether there's a Wii mod for it, though. My new friend, Wii mod. But yeah, no, that's the thing. Life's too short for me. I can't be doing with challenging games. Yeah, I hope they do too, Adam, because I won't download it. I will absolutely only play it if it's cloud-based. But any road up, them's what them's is. No sign of Octopath. And the Reverie thing is that anime jobby. So, very quickly, we'll have a look at cloud dosage, and then we'll get the prize given. We've looked at GeForce Now. Amazon Luna, The Settlers, New Allies is now available on Amazon Luna with Ubisoft Plus. So GeForce Now and Luna, and I want to say Boostroid, but don't think it's the case, and kind of Xbox and PlayStation. If you have a Ubisoft Plus account, you can play new games on them if it's available. Which of course this is, by the sounds of it, on Amazon Luna. If you don't have a Ubisoft Plus account, I'm not sure what happens, or indeed if New Settlers is your kind of thing. Utomic have announced 3 new games coming to the service today. Utomic, remember, is the PC download first and then pay an extra couple of dollars per month, and you can have a cloud account which works on certain TVs only. You can't get to it via a browser, and you get to play a couple of hundred games, similar to what's available, I think, for Xbox. But The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Skies SC, and In the Sky the Third. So it's 3 games coming to Utomic. If you're into, again, similar kind of JRPG kind of a thing, if you like that kind of a thing. So that's Utomic. Microsoft and Sony share their thoughts on cloud gaming. Yeah, it goes on and on and on. Did you see that PlayStation accidentally left a file unredacted that stated how much had been paid to develop certain games? And turns out Horizon Zero Dawn, no, The Last of Us 2, beg your pardon, The Last of Us Part 2 was $212 million. How is Utomic? I would say Balls for Life. There's a number of fringe services, Utomic, Black Nut, and a few others, names escape me. They're very niche, so they typically tend... Hey, Gizmo Duck, how are you, dude? Good to see you, my friend, from Austrich. They tend to be kind of family-oriented, curated library, a bit like Stadia used to have, very much a curated library. So you don't buy games and add them in, as you do with GeForce Now, or buy games and add them to your library, as you could with Stadia. You literally play the games. Amazon Luna is very similar. You play the games in their library. They have a mix. They have some older AAAs, but in the main they tend to be indie and ported mobile games. It's worth, I would say, if you're in the market for cloud, it's definitely worth checking all of them out and just being certain what works for you. Kind of figure ahead of time what it is that you want out of the service, and then just trial them. So you can trial GeForce Now for free, not only because I can give you a code, but also because they have a free account. I can't remember with Utomic. I think they might have a 7-day trial, but depending on the service, they typically have either a discounted initial service or a free taster service. Definitely worth trying, seeing what you think. GTA has come to the cloud in the form of Xbox Game Pass, which is absolutely awesome. By now, I'm sure most of us have played, finished, gone on and tried the online and everything else. So I'm not 100% sure the value of it now. Except it's good to see it has been on Game Pass before, but of course it wasn't in the cloud then. It's a relatively recent service. But if you fancy playing a GTA 5 on your phone or your touch pad or your tablet or whatever, you can. You've got a Game Pass Ultimate, which is pretty cool. Yeah, 2 generations ago. They've got the old 6 coming up, haven't they? There's I believe I'm right in saying that there's a trailer coming soon for GTA 6, and I think it's in the same area as GTA 5, but a much bigger kind of. It includes the area. I think was it Los Santos, and then goes way bigger, and they're going to be including other areas as well as time goes on. So that's gonna. I loved it. Who didn't love it? It's great. The characterizations and the fact that it's very naughty. Luna has enabled non-Amazon Luna controllers. Yes. So do you remember back in the day with Stadia, you could use your phone to connect another controller, a different controller? Well, you can now do that with Luna as well. So that's pretty cool. If you want to play... See, I've played on Luna with my Xbox controller, so I don't know why this is suddenly a thing. And I'm fairly certain I have played on it with my PlayStation DualSense as well. But anyway, they're saying you can now use your phone as a new thing and connect. I'm guessing it's maybe older controllers or Switch controllers or whatever, I don't know. But you can use your phone as a conduit, as you could with Stadia. Abia, which is a US-based cloud gaming provider, has announced a new partnership with Ubisoft to bring their Ubisoft Plus subscription. Now, I think Abia is largely present in South America. So like it says here, Argentina, Chile, Paraguay and so on. Grande noticia legando ahora. Abbia y Ubisoft han unido fuerza para lanzar Ubisoft Plus in Latin America. And other words. So that's good. That's good. It's good to get a bit of Ubisoft Plus further down in the Americas. GeForce Now, Steam update, 10 more games opt in. Cloud Dosage do this. It's quite interesting. They check out Steam games that have checked the box to opt into being ported into GeForce Now. The reality is that a fraction of them ever make it, because it's down to GeForce Now to decide what they feel would be a worthwhile addition to the service. And, you know, best will in the world, if there's a game which they think isn't going to get great traction, they're not going to want to put the effort into it. So it's interesting to see. But look, as it's a zero friction option to opt in, I'm amazed that not every developer chooses to opt in anyway. But they don't, apparently. Amazon Luna offering exclusive Fortnite reward. Yeah, this launched a couple of days ago. Obviously July 4th. And basically Luna, who have had the free-to-play Fortnite game, but only if you have a Luna or Amazon Prime subscription, making it one of the only places in the world that you actually have to pay to play it on the service. And if you play from Monday, July 3rd, so a few days ago, you get this axe. I'm sure it's great. If you like Fortnite, I'm sure you're really chuffed to have a free chopper. Free beloved games leaving Game Pass. They come and they go, don't they? Anyway, look, you know what? That's all good. I think we've done it on that. Shall we move across, having kind of talked a bit of cloud? Shall we? I'm sure there was one other piece of cloud I wanted to discuss, but maybe I think I've covered everything. Shall we go and see who is going to win a prize today? What I can tell you is that no non-members entered. Maybe I frightened them off. I'll get us to, let me see, let me get you to the Wheel of Fortune. There he is, Little Rokk, Arkansas. I'm just going to pull up the entrance. Here it is. And add folk in and give it a shuffle. Thusly, shuffle, 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 shuffle. And that's ready. Right. So, are you ready to rumble? Let's do this. We're going to spin the wheel and see who is going to walk away with the prize. I'm laughing because I reckon it's Rouster or Beaver. Anyway, let's see. Right then. Yeah, Gizmo Duck Austria. He's only just arrived. Bless him. Look at this. 3, 2, 2. Yes. I love it when that happens. Oh, man. That's awesome. I hope you're still here, dude. That's brilliant. Right. Gizmo Duck. Let us see what game you will be taking home with you. Let's pull this over here. Here we are with the game. Let's give it a spin. Slowing it down. There goes Horizon Zero Dawn Ultimate Edition. Fabio, wasn't he kind of a long-haired singer in the 80s? Turok 2. Yes, Seeds of Evil. Seeds of Evil. Awesome. Right, my friend, I shall sort you out with a code. as soon as the show is over, which is very, very soon. Awesome, awesome. So there we go. That's it. That's what we do. That is what we do on a Thursday, cloud gaming stuff. Thank you, everybody, for turning up, as ever. You wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous human beings. Don't forget, in 6, 7, 8, 2 hours, 7, 8, 3 hours' time, Rokk Players. And for those of you that don't know, and I'm sure you do, Rokk Players is a more in-depth gaming news show, panel show. So we have Bjorn, the Swedish god, the Viking, with Ninja Guy X, the French superhero. I couldn't come up with anything. And a bevy of guests, a veritable bevy of guests talking about what's going on in the gaming news. It's going to be a great show today. My wife and daughter are still up at London, because you remember they got the free tickets to go to the thing, and they may well not be home until quite late, so I might jump in. I may just turn up. I might change my shirt, tidy up, maybe suit, tie, a bit of a coif. Might do a bit of that. You never know. Anyway, do join, please, you lovely, lovely humans. And I will. Where are we tomorrow? It's Friday. I think it's members only Friday tomorrow, isn't it? I think, because do you know we're doing the one show a week, members only, and I think I said I was going to make it Fridays. I need to go back and check my diary, but I think that's what it is. I do have a tux, Sam, but I think it's too big for me now. I can't remember. I tend to wear the darn thing to funerals more than anything, and they don't care what you look like at a funeral, quite honestly. The funniest thing ever was my auntie, who, bless her, she's actually dead now, came up to me at a funeral and said, "Oh, she's one of those people." She was one of those people. There was no filter, so they had a thought, and it came immediately out here. You know, there was no kind of thinking. And there I am in my black shirt and tie, black tie, white shirt, suit, at a funeral, and she said, "Oh, I haven't seen you for ages. You look like a funeral director." I was like, "What? I'm at a funeral." Now, that would have been funny if I was at a birthday party or a wedding. I thought, bless her. Bless you, Auntie Janet. Not on this planet anymore. Janet's not on this planet. She never was, if I'm honest. Any road up, there you go. Have a fantastic Thursday. Go and claim your Gringe or Grime, whatever it's called, even if it's not yet on GeForce Now. I'm going to go and suit up Balls for Life with a code, and of course Gizmo Duck Austria with Seeds of Evil. So there you go. That's it. That's all you're getting for free. Go on, get out of here, cheeky scamps. I'll see you tomorrow. Rock out.